Hello! Alrighty, there we go. Looks like we're in. Sorry about the slightly delayed start, guys. We just had an account issue with YouTube. Alright, so it looks like we are live. It is working. Yeah! Welcome back, makers! Today we are doing Minecraft. Now, this is one of my favorite subjects because Minecraft is actually how I got started at MakerKids. I was chatting about Minecraft with Jen, the CEO of MakerKids, who started this company 7 years ago, because Minecraft is one of my passions, and it has been ever since it ever first came out, actually. So today we'll be continuing with some of what I was talking about the last time we did a Minecraft stream. This time, though, we're not going to be focusing on redstone, since we've already done a little bit of that. Today I wanted to show you guys something that takes Minecraft outside of the box and applies it to a whole bunch of other different areas of STEM. So this includes science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and the best way to explore all these different subtopics is to actually explore modded Minecraft. Now, modded Minecraft can be many things. It can be anything, really. But today, I'm going to start off by showing you guys not only how modded Minecraft can work and like the types of things that you can have added into it. We'll talk a bit about what mods are and how they like work together and everything. And we'll also get into showing you a little bit about how you can create and even install and use the mods that you want to build. So, just one second, I just gotta clear my throat. Ha! Alright. Back into it. So, the first thing that I'll be starting with today is giving people a tour of a modded Minecraft server that I had some help building from the lovely people over at Twitch. So Twitch is not like a sponsored thing or anything. This is just the Twitch launcher itself is makes it very easy for you to install your own mod packs and to install mod packs that other people have created as well. So I'm using one that takes up a lot of RAM. I just want to show you guys the high end of possibilities of modding Minecraft. And for those of you that are new to this, I'll just let you know, the mod pack that I'm using takes quite a good deal of computer space. You'll want a system with definitely over 8 gigabytes of RAM, for anyone who knows what I'm talking about there, and probably closer to 16, which is what I'm running with right now. So, with that in mind, let me explain what mods are. So, in Minecraft, we have many different things. We have, just to pull up a few things here, we have all of the basic blocks in Minecraft, right? Let me just pull this up. All the blocks in Minecraft. I had an image up right here. So these are all of the blocks that you can get access to in Minecraft with which to build. There's a lot. There's also all the different tools and other things that can do so many different things in Minecraft, and it's already a really immersive, great building game that focuses on team building, that focuses on 3D design, that focuses on, honestly, in some cases, a little bit of survival skills. And hey, welcome back, Nicholas. I see you in the chat. Yeah, so it's got so many different things we can build with, but why limit ourselves to just that? If it's such a really expansive game where we could build anything, why not give us access to more things and allow that anything that we can build to be even more, even cooler, even in some cases more educational, more challenging, more rewarding. There's a whole bunch of different things you can add. So, as you can see here, in the game of Minecraft, we've got stuff like different types of wood, different types of metal, different types of glass, tools, chests that can hold your items, enchantment tables that can apply magic to the tools that you use. We've got all these different types of plants and food. We can add more. There's also many animals, as you guys might already know in Minecraft. There's pigs, there's cows, there's sheep, there's everything, but there's not unicorns. There's no Pegasi. There's no dragons. There's no roaming wizards. There's no vampires. These are things that in the mod pack I'm going to show you today, these are things that have been added. So, allow me to take you into a tour of the mod pack, Minecraft Eternals. So, just right here, I'm going to load this up, and welcome to my Wizard's Tower. Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. This is probably my main pride and joy of this server that I've been running with my wife and with one or two other friends for a pretty long time. Now, it's got a lot of amazing stuff, as you can see. It's got all of my spell books to cast the various spells that I've learned to cast. It's got a table where I can like work with my wand and apply other spells to it, and I'll show you guys how that works in a bit. It's got chests full of items. It's got little candles. It's got tool racks. Right there, that's already an amazing, useful thing in Minecraft. If you were like making a bunch of tools and you're like, where am I going to put all my cool inventions and tools that I made? Well, we can put them on this handy-dandy tool rack right here. Like, I can put my wand here. There we go, but I'm like, nah, maybe I want that wand back. I could have armor on this enhanced armor stand. Ooh, which isn't actually letting me use it. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. It was just taking a second. Haha, see? Got all this cool armor on here. This is the armor I'm currently wearing. Oh, and I'm going to have so much stuff to show you guys as we go around. Here we go. But first of all, I'm realizing the sound isn't working like it was before. That's okay. You won't really need the sound so much. I want to show you some magic. So up here, from our awesome fortress that we've been working on, this was actually a fortress that we found already partially built in this open Arctic tundra, and we ended up adding on some expansions to it and some other things, which I'll be able to show you once I start flying here. So let's start out with this. My wand, one of my favorite things. I can do frost breath with this wand. I can... Oh, did I change where this was? I think I changed. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's hats. Ooh, I'm going to use that. Yes, I love that. Okay. I can summon a shadow wraith. Hey, buddy. He will shoot enemies near me. He's pretty scary looking. I can summon an ice giant. Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to do that right now. Let me run over here. And... Hey, bud! Oh, you're going to be really useful. Now, and I've also got a spirit wolf. Look at that! So Spirit Wolf was another little one of the summons that I made. I can even heal myself with this healing spell, Font of Vitality. I've got a bunch of different fun options for casting magic. Excuse me, sorry. I've also got, as you can see here, I've got a lovely enhanced crossbow. I've got the Axe of 1,000 Metals, which I took by slaying this, like, temple guardian of sorts. I can, like, swing with it like this, which is really fun. Whoop! Like this. Or I could go like this, do a special attack, and, like, make the ground vibrate with the very fiber of my strength. That made a lot more sense in my head, but trust me, it's really fun. Here we go. This is what my guy looks like, as you can see. Looks a little bit ridiculous, as you can tell. But I like him. I think my guy ends up looking pretty cool. To show you like some other cool features before I give you a full tour of the base, I've also got all of my other items in this magical bag of hoarding. So this is a magical bag, kind of like an ender chest in your hand, that can hold all of your other items, and they connect with your ender chest, for people who know what that is. I've got all these different cool things. I've got a nice sword. I've got a thing that can launch me into the sky. I've got... In fact, where is my hang glider? Well, I don't have my hang glider, so I'm going to try some other stuff maybe. Or maybe I'll just find it. Yeah. So, as you can see, I can easily get items from within there. There's a whole bunch of other things in this. Like right here, I built this part of the base over a meteor that landed here. You can mine those meteors to get parts for computers later on. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can get from that. But let's launch myself a bit. Whoop! Hello! Oh, I bounced a bit too much. Let's try that again. Hup. There we go. I'm about where I want to be. And let's go a bit higher. Up to the top of my... Oh, well, there we go. There's a good back view. All right, you know what? This is not as easy as I hoped for giving a tour. Now, obviously, I am on a server where I have some control, so I'm just going to... There we go. I'm just going to go into creative mode for a moment, just so I can really show you guys what we're working with here. And let's put you back here for now. So take a look. This is Thomas's Tower of Power, the Wizard Tower. This is the main keep defense area. I've got, like, you know, spikes that pop out of the floor to defend against monsters. There's an empty tower here where I'm eventually going to turn this into an observatory with probably a telescope of sorts. There is my wife's witchery tower, where she explores, like this ritual little like table that can like summon different creatures and everything, and do other types of magic. There's her coffin because she's a vampire. It's awkward because, you know, I'm a vampire hunter actually, so we're gonna have to work out our differences on that one eventually. We've got a whole bunch of really, really cool items in here, different gemstones and everything that she's using for her magic. There's research that can be done through a thing called a manuscript, and this bestiary tome about all the new types of creatures that are in this mod pack. There's all these other really cool things. Ooh, wow, ooh, that's some vampirism stuff. Scary stuff! I built this lovely little hallway here with the sliding paper doors up into the towers. Here's where my brother has started building, but hasn't done too much yet. He needs to get on back onto here at some point. And yeah, I think I want to go for a bit more of a fly. So you've seen the basics. Oh, and also, of course, there is my lovely little arcane tower here with all these other builds. I can do engineering work here with my toolbox. And my engineer's toolbox will usually have a bunch of other tools built into it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have picked it up in creative mode, actually. I'm realizing that might have been a bad idea. But I can always get those tools back. Let's see. Yeah, you're doing that to me. Okay. Well, then what I want to show you next is actually one of the most useful inventions. If I want to get items from inside my base, let me show you what we started with. We started with this area. And inside here, as you can see, we put in a whole bunch of different chests, and for a while, we had them labeled. And that was really useful. As you can see, vampire stuff is here. We've got food stuff in these chests. But just having them all over the place was kind of inconvenient. So we used a mod called Simple Storage Network, a one that I highly recommend. There's a lot of mods that help you store all your items, but Simple Storage Network is simple. The easiest way to explain it is that I've made a network of chests that all connect with each other, and they're connected by these like pipes that you can see. And all of these chests, if I like went downstairs, for example, or if I went into a different game mode for a second, you could see I've got pipes running under my floor, all connected to this central computer-like thing, this main storage area. Boop, boop, boop. And if I right-click with this remote in my hand, I have access to all of the items in every single chest that is connected to the network. So, for example, see that cooked fish there? That's not part of this thing here. Cooked fish is stored probably in this chest here, or one of these. And if I wanted to access it, I just open up the remote. It's that easy. Or I could just right-click on this thing here, which is basically the same thing. You can even craft from within it. So if I decided, like right now, let's say I wanted a hang glider. Let's see if I have my hang glider, because that's a really useful thing. Ah, there's my lovely hang glider. Perfect. Yes, there is dragons. There are dragons in my world. In this private server that I've got going on. And let's just see here. Oh, yeah. Let me show you what we could do if we wanted to build something. So let's say I was like thinking that I, for example, didn't like how this sandstone floor looks. It's kind of, I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of basic looking. I could make it look so much cooler. So I'm going to get something called a chisel. Oh, I don't actually have one. Perfect. This allows me the opportunity to show you how you can build stuff with this Minecraft mod called Just Enough Items. I could go into here, find a chisel, or diamond chisel maybe, and I could be like, okay, so it takes a stick and a diamond. Now, I could just remember that and find the items I need and search for them and put them in there, or all I gotta do is click this Move Items thing. And it automatically moves the items into the built-in crafting table that's part of the remote, and I can just pull out the built item. I could even get multiple of them, but if not, I just put those back in the computer. So now, I have a chisel. Alright, and here's what this is going to do. Ready? Let me choose a panel of blocks, and let's see how this goes. That looks slightly different. Slightly. There we go. So I think that was 4 clicks to get to this one. I kind of like that. 5. I like the brick bottom. Yeah, 5 it will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times I'm cycling through a list of different appearances of these blocks. Alright, and that one, for some reason, didn't work as well as I hoped, but that's okay. And... oh, it's just 4, actually. There we go, that's why. And there we go. With some cracked areas, we're doing much better. Look at that. I just realized the game audio is on, so I might just quickly turn that up. Turn on the music a little bit, master volume up a little bit, so you guys can hear what I'm doing. Because it does make a nice, satisfying sound when you use this, actually. Just to, like, demonstrate what I'm talking about. Let's say I wanted to change the interior of this. There's some snow on the ground. I could be like, hello. Yeah, there we go. Just change what some of the blocks look like, and it's nice and satisfying. So I think that's shown you a decent amount of things. I'm also working with electrical power. This is a pretty low-tech world. Like, I'm doing a lot of magic stuff in this one, but I've also managed to... there are technical mods on here, and one way that I'm generating power is with something called a thermoelectric generator. So these are generating an amount of power by being near something cold on one side and something hot... hello, Wolfie. And something hot on the other side, like lava. And when you do that with them, when you put cold something on one side and hot on the other side, then you power this thermoelectric generator, which turns heat and like the dichotomy between the hot and the cold into actual electrical power, which flows along these wires, which I can get hurt by. Ow. Because it's electric. It's electric, right? And then it could even charge up some items here. So, for example, my shield. My shield needs power. Weirdly. Because on the front of this shield, if you want to take a look, it's got actual kind of like electrodes on the front of it, which shock enemies when they run into it. So, if I pop it in there, it tells me that it's charging. I can like step on this to get it kicked off, and then pick it up again, and it tells me how much charge it has in it. It has 1,600 flux. That's the energy level that it has in it. Some really cool things. Look, you can even get like little baubles, like little like backpacks and stuff like that, and charms and things. I can take off the backpack. I can put it down and put other stuff in it. The options are really, really kind of close to unlimited. I can even use this. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite items, actually. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Can he swing from a web? Yes, he can. He built it himself. Look out. Hanging with Spider-Man. So look at him. I'm just hanging out here. Just hanging. How you doing? Alright, there we go. We can let go of that. So that's a really fun item called the Spider Hook Launcher from a mod called Advanced Hook Launchers, which are really good for getting around if you're ever trying to climb a mountain that's really tall, which I've had to do a few times. Oh, yes, I've got my anti-vampire research going on here. I've injected myself with garlic so that I taste really bad for them. It's a good time. I've got a metal press here where I can start to make steel. And actually here, yeah, let me apply some stuff to this. I've used even a bit of redstone, as you can see. This is a redstone clock that's actually been compressed down into a single block. For any of you who remember us discussing how to build a repeating redstone circuit a few weeks ago, let me get some copper. So I can get some copper ingots from here. And I'm going to pop them in here. Let's see if this does what I'm asking it to do. Boop, boop, boop. There we go, the metal press. It turned it into a copper plate. And as it goes further along, I do want it to go into here. But yeah, there we go. But it is just making some nice copper plates, which are very useful. And I do like them. And I think I have to do another thing in order to make it turn into wires. I might have to do it slightly differently. But yeah. So that's just one example. So I put things in the dropper. This little redstone clock gets it to pulse a redstone signal and drop them every so often. And then I can press them through there. I think the only other thing I want to show today, before I get into actually making a mod myself, is I want to show you the basement. I've got my lovely farm here, as you can see, with some automated farming machines, a sprinkler that will give them water. And I've got the downstairs. Now the downstairs has quite a few number of things. It has, first of all, my smeltery. It has my dragon armor, which I managed to create by defeating a dragon. And, oh lovely, still got my waypoints. And it's got another portal right back here, right? So, let me just show you quickly how I could do something with this. So, in here, in this smeltery, which is really fun to build, and actually this is honestly one of my favorite mods, Tinker's Construct, I can melt down all the different metals that I find and pour them out into different forms, or different casts, as it would be called, and then they will cool down and harden into something that I want to make. The other useful thing about it is that not only does it allow me to make things like, where's one of my custom tools? Let's go with yeah, where's one of my, oh, here we go, Sapper's Delight. Yes, this is my really nice pickaxe, which as you can see has multiple different pieces to it. It has 3 pieces, a binding, a pickaxe head, and a tool rod. So the rod, the handle that you hold it with, the binding, which holds that onto the actual pickaxe head, which all 3 of those are made out of different materials, which allow them to do different things and have different effects and are better at some things than others. So that's really cool. And the way I got this was I chose the metal that I wanted. Let's go with a bit of bronze for now. I put a cast for an ingot or something else maybe in here. So I could go for a pickaxe head. And then I could pour it out into there. And see, as this hardens, it turns into a bronze ingot. Or if I really wanted to, I could pour it out into here. And it would make... It's telling you in the top right there how much of the material it takes. And look, now I've got a bronze pickaxe head. I could even go into this tool here and apply the bronze pickaxe head to this, but that would make it not as good. So I'm not going to do that. Really glad I didn't accidentally even do it there. Sometimes it's pretty easy to make mistakes in a complex game. So I'm going to put those things away, just into here. And then I wanted to show you, last thing, wanted to show you what I find the coolest about this game. I wanted to show you that there are things like dragons. Now, I'm going to go to a few different places. I don't know if the spawns of the dragons that I've managed to locate have changed. I've just managed to defeat a few dragons out in the world, but I do want to find a few areas for you guys. So this is a system called the Journey Map plugin and mod. This allows you to get very large maps of your entire area. So as you can see, look at all the stuff we've explored so far. I've got so many different areas to explore and so much space and so many biomes in between me and them. There's that lovely crater there, see? So I'm going to try to go to a place where there's an actual dragon. So let's see. Ooh. Okay. So I remember him being somewhere around here. Now, he might not still be, but we'll see if we can't find him anyways. I'm only going to look for him for a bit because I don't want to take up too long. But last time I checked on this server, he was around this area, and that's why I marked this with a waypoint. Oh, whoa, we've come to the village. So, here's where I find myself in an area where you can tell some stuff has gone wrong. This building has been almost completely turned to ash by the rampaging creature, right? So this thing is definitely a threat. You want to be very careful. Dragons in this game are no joke. They will destroy you if you are not careful and you are not adequately prepared. So there is a difficulty curve with this mod pack that I'd say is pretty hard to avoid. So I still don't see the dragon. Alright, I'm going to try one other area that I think I might have found one. Let's see. Surveying the dragon's horde. This is where a dragon's horde was at one point. Yeah, no. I defeated him as well. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Let's see. Uh-oh. I can't see anything. Oh, no. I just heard the dragon. I'm going to... Just for a second. Sometimes things glitch. Let's go like this for a second. Since I can't see anything, let's also give myself night vision. Whoop. Alright, I don't want to do that right now. Let's not teleport here. That one seems to, that unfortunately seems to be a little bit busted. So maybe not near here. Boop, will that work this time? I don't know how deep I am. Haha! Ah, here we are! Welcome. This is the dragon I was talking about. Look at her. Ain't she a beauty? Look at her roasting those sheep with her fire breath. Ain't she beautiful? I don't know why I'm doing that voice, but, it's... I just feel like dragons are so mystical and awesome. And I think, like, having dragons in the overworld is something that Minecraft should have done a long time ago. But, you know, it's a humongous game. And having the Ender Dragon as a boss fight is great. And definitely, I will tell you, this mod does take up a decent amount of your computer's RAM when it's running. So, and fighting these creatures, as I said, very difficult. But look at this thing. She's still roaming around. She's doing great. And if you get really close to them, you can even see what type they are. She's a female, stage 3, over 1,914 health. Looks like she still has the damage that I did when I first tried to fight her and died. But yeah, so they don't heal themselves over time. You can come back and just try to, like, fight him again and again, but you're gonna die a bunch of times if you're not, you know, well prepared. So I think that's a good demonstration of a number of the different things that you can do in this mod pack. Ooh, there's also these worms, as you can see. These guys are cool. Death worms. Scary. And they get really big as well. But I think that's enough. I could have so much fun just exploring more of this. I didn't see any questions except the one question that I do have an obvious answer to. I'm sorry, Nicholas, but no. However, I can show you... I can show you how to make your own modded server like this so that you can play with your friends. That is something that we do offer as part of the server design part of the Minecraft class at MakerKids, where you come in, you join, you are in there for a 2-hour or 1-hour class, depending on your age group, and we can show you how to not only get mods installed, but we can also show you how to create a server that your friends are able to join with you online. And we can also, as one of my favorite things, show you how to make mods like this. So I'm going to disconnect from this for now. And I don't think I'm going to come back in for a bit, so this will just take a sec. Boop, 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 boop. There it goes. But while it's doing its thing, let me explain to people as well the benefit of mod making. So, I always like to think when people ask, it's like, well, why do you make mods? Why not just build your own game? My argument is, why not both? I mean, if you have the amazing ability to, and increasingly more common at this point, ability to code, or you have the drive to learn how to code and learn a new system, then what you're doing is you are seeking out a good time with a skill that you have developed, that you have worked hard with. So if you develop this coding skill, why not do a bit of modding? And in fact, that's what a lot of people do. Mod packs like this, the people that make them have some coding skill, and a lot of them, a good percentage of them, are actually professional coders. That means perhaps at some point, by practicing with this program, by practicing with different versions of Minecraft, they got themselves to the level where they could actually, they could build their own game, and they got hired by a company at some point to design video games, or to design security systems for their company, or to make new robots and other things. But they got practice coding by doing something that they loved. And I will never lie to you. Coding sometimes can be dry. I don't mean boring. It can be dry. It's sometimes you've got to work hard for a problem and get it fixed and get it working, so that you can get that satisfaction, which is far better than any small amount of just playing of games that you could ever get. You can get the satisfaction of, I worked hard at this problem and I got it working and I feel awesome and I feel accomplished. And that's what you can do by doing coding. So the people that make these mods, they're coders, as I've said, and they continue to work hard on something that they already have passion for, which is Minecraft, and it's a little bit less of a strain on their time in order to make things like this, especially since they don't do this to make money. I'm not sure. So you might, hopefully people aren't experiencing too much buffering at the moment. YouTube is telling me that the stream is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's okay. Hopefully it'll be fine. But just let me know how you guys think. So it might get slowed down for you for a moment. But now I want to get into what I was talking about before. I want to get into the mod making. Just going to take a sip of my coffee. So mod making. We use a program for this called MCreator. The website for MCreator is just MCreator.net. Now we do a lot of what I'm going to do today is just a very basic. I'm going to start a fresh mod. I want to build something completely new, clean, and fresh. And since I'm doing that, I'm going to build a mod called the Soap Mod Extreme. In fact, as you can see, Soap Mod Extreme, that's what I've put up here at the top of it. Soap Mod Extreme will be the name of my mod. This is inspired by one of my students, actually, who, when I was helping him learn his first bit of modding, we were trying to come up with an idea for what we should build, and he had the idea of making soap. So you know who you are, and I've got to give credit to you for this idea. If you would like to keep developing this mod, please reach out to me again, and we can keep going on some of this. But I'm going to start this one fresh. Fresh and clean, as I said, like soap. So this is the program MCreator, as I said. The website for it is mcreator.net. It is free, just like anything outside of Minecraft should be. In fact, it's part of Minecraft's guide that you can't make money off of making mods or skins or stuff like that if you don't work for them, which is smart. And it also means you can just get a whole bunch of really cool stuff on Minecraft for free once you have the Java edition of the game, like I do. So let's just show off how we could do this. We start with understanding a few basic things about mods. Mods have three main different components. They have something called the model, which is like the shape of the object in the game. If it's usually a block, then it's just a simple block. If it's a creature, then it's a whole bunch of different blocks fitting together that can move against each other and rotate. If it's a sword, then it's a pretty simple shape that you hold in your hand, right? And it matches a certain shape that you have, the shape of a sword, right? But if you apply other objects, you'll have to build them custom, which is also something we can learn to do. So that's the first one, the model of the mod, right? Next up, there is the texture files, which is what the object actually looks like. And if you really want to dive deeper into the resources, there's also the sounds that it makes, more of the 3D textures. There's structures that can be part of it, like you could generate new buildings in the world. You can find altars to the stars in the world that I was exploring. And then there's lastly, of course, the mod file itself. And this is the part of the mod that has the coding element to it. So I'm going to go through a few of these as I get started. But first, we need to make the mod element. And the mod element can be any number of these types of things. Now, it's been a bit, I did a little bit of practice on this new version. They did update MCreator recently. Pretty recently, and I just updated mine since I had some old mod packs I was working on that weren't of this version. So I'm going to start off with making a new type of block. I think that will be, that'll be our best bet. So, starting with the block, I'm going to call this a soap block. Alright, and now in here, you'll notice that I get to the part where, for the block, I've got to define what it looks like right away. That's one of the first things. So, I'm going to have to go in here and be like, oh, it doesn't already have a texture that I can use. I'm going to create a texture. I'm going to go into this, create it, and I actually just get to draw it. Now, thankfully, this has a built-in image drawing tool that I can use pretty easily. So I'm not going to take too long on any of this for today. So let's start out with just a lovely little bit of a shape. Since I want this to look like soap, let's see, I'm going to apply this color all the way over here. Will that work? Yeah, there we go. And then a little bit more here. Interesting. That's being a bit strange. I'm then going to maybe just fill up the area with a certain color. Is that opacity? Is that opacity's fine? There we go. There we go. Now it's just fully black. Now, I don't like that for soap. I think soap would be more like a yellowish kind of thing, so let's go yellow. That looks better. That looks more like what I'm looking for. And let's say I maybe do want to do what I was talking about before, where I want to get like a frame around it with like a smooth edge maybe. And I'll make it a little bit less opaque. And the edge of it, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it a bit darker. So I can go into the color settings and change some of the values of it, like change its saturation, its brightness, everything. And let's go, there we go, just a little bit darker. Perfect. And as I apply the frame like this, it'll look like that. Cool, that's fine. This is almost looking like a gold block, actually. I need to make it look not so much like a gold block. And let's go with now a little bit of like an interior frame here as well. Okay. And then I'm going to try to draw the word soap. So it's going to be tricky because I have very little space, as you can see. But I'm going to give it a shot. I might not have enough space to draw the word soap, but let's see. It's a great S. Just trust me. It's a great S. All right. So, I totally could do this if I did a little bit more um, planning on like the size of things and everything. But as you can see, you're kind of limited with some of the options here. So let's just try it like this way quickly. Oh, oh man, am I just gonna have enough space? We'll see. Well, that looks like soap. There we go. I'm just going to go with this. I've never claimed I was an artist, so all I have to do here is click Save This Texture. It's for a block, and I'll call it Soap Texture. It's a good idea to give your item a name that applies to it. Lowercase letters, got it. Only lowercase letters, no spaces, no capitals, and there we go. It's got a name. And now I can go into my soap block, and I can apply this soap texture to every side of it. So it'll look a lot like soap. I think there's a way to just mass select them, but I'm just going to go with this for now. And then we get into all of the other different custom elements. Now, at MakerKids, when you are learning modding, you're going to be learning every single one of these different features eventually. But you don't need to use every one of those features every time you make a mod, because some of them won't apply. Like, I don't really need to change the hardness of this block. I'm actually going to make it pretty soft, so I'm just going to lower that a bit. And I don't need to make it glow. Since it's soap, is it going to drop itself when I break it? Kind of like an ore block will drop itself when you mine it. Like when you mine iron ore, it'll drop a block of iron ore, not a iron ingot, for example. Yeah, actually, no, I think I want it to drop soap. So, like to drop like soap ingots, which will be like the bars of soap. So, we've got this here. Tool able to destroy it. Any is fine. We'll go with pickaxe though. And yeah, I think this would be good. I think if it had gravity, that would be funny too. Maybe I'll add that, just for fun. Although it doesn't usually. Nah, I'm not going to have gravity. Cool, cool, cool. Can plants sustain on this block? No, da-da-da. All of this, don't really need any of these things, but this can, like, explore, like, particles and stuff like that. And I do kind of like that. So let's go with, can we find bubbles? Aha! Bubble pop. So this will actually spawn particles around the block. So kind of like a magma block in Minecraft gets like little fire bits and like little sparks all around it. This can get bees, bubbles, average particle spawning radius, average particle amount. That's good. Actually, maybe let's just do a few less. No, that's fine. Particle amount. Let's just do 5. Always spawning. Cool. Bind this block to where? This is where you would find the block at some point. I'm not going to do this. This would be if I wanted to make an item that would have an inventory, like a chest. It would act like a chest where you could put stuff in it. I'm not going to put stuff inside of a soap, right? And then here, this is where we would get into the coding section. If we did a little more time to explore this, this is where we could have certain things happen when we do certain things to them, like this. I could have something happen with this block when you right-click on it. And all I would need to add is something called a procedure. And I could create one. So it's a like soap block, on block, right-clicked. I could have the soap slip away from you, like teleport a block away, kind of like a shulker box can do. I could have, when the block is destroyed by a player, they get really clean or something. My eventual plan for this is, if I take this mod further, is to like add on like cleanliness, like a stat that your character will have, where if you use soap, it will like clean your items for you. We don't want it to spawn necessarily naturally, because we're going to be able to make it. So I'm going to save this mod element for now. And if I go back to my workspace, look, I've got a soap block. Right there. It's all ready. I could even go back into it later on and edit it and make any changes that I wanted, but I don't need to right now. So let me just quickly add one other thing. I want something to come out of this when I break it, right? So that's an important feature. So let's do, when I break this soap block, let's make another little simple item. So I think I want to go with, yeah, I think for this one we want to still go with just straight up an item. Okay, and this will be soap ingot. It's a bar of soap. I mean, literally. So create texture from scratch. Let's see. No. Let's import texture for item. I don't actually have any made. I'll have to make it from scratch. That's fine. Generate from a template isn't always an option. So I'm going to find a sword, axe, shovel, hoe, shears, music disc, drinkable potion, lingering potion, or... Wait a second, this isn't what I actually wanted. So I might have actually gone with the wrong type of item. So that's okay. Let's maybe abandon this one. We wanted to make it... It's not a block. As I said, it's been a bit since I've done this type. Loot table, music disc, overlay, plant, potion, procedure, ranged item, recipe, structure spawn, tag, tool. Yeah, sure, let's make a tool. Let's make a tool out of soap. So, soap pickaxe. So I could create this new tool. I could use create texture, generate from template, use a pickaxe. Boop. Okay. Let's just actually select the pickaxe, please. That would be great. Tool, pickaxe. Okay. It doesn't want me to. There we go. So we've got a whole pickaxe here. And I could apply that if the certain color that I want to it, the same color as those. There we go. Now that kind of looks soapy. I can always make changes with this. Let's see. And I could even make it look soapier. So just quickly, I'll go in and change some of the values on this. Let's bring this down to about here, just to give it a better, like, soapy looking edge. So that instead of this, it's getting something like this. And then I think this will look quite a lot like it's made of soap. I like it. All right. I'm going to save this texture. I'm going to apply these layers down, I just realized. I don't think I have to merge them necessarily, so we'll just save this as a texture. It is an item. It is a soap pickaxe. Oh, all lowercase Thomas. Soap pickaxe text for like texture. There we go. And now I can go to this, and I have a soap pickaxe for it. Awesome. I could set up its harvest level, efficiency, gonna be really low. Its attack speed, gotta fit quicker, because it's light. And then repair items, blocks affected, enable glowing effect. Yeah, sure, for fun. I don't need it to glow. Cool. And now let's see. When tool in inventory tick. This is where I might actually want to quickly create a procedure to show you guys. And I'm just fully going to be experimenting with this one. Okay? So I want this to possibly like slip out of my hands because it's made of soap. So let's see if I can pull that off. This is an item procedure. And I think I want it to happen after a little bit. Clear slot of the currently open GUI. Remove one items from the slot. I want it to drop. So this might be where, since I've never actually tried this before, I would explore some of the options of all these blocks. As some people might be familiar, very similar to MakerKids' other programs. We use block-based coding for a lot of what we do because it's very, very visual. Which means when you're building something in here, you can actually use just color-coded blocks that make the coding part so much easier to like visualize and see what is actually happening. So let's see. I want it. Item in entity's main hand. Yes. I want it to drop the item entity in my hand. Shoot error provide the da-da-da. Set item in main hand of provided entity to. Yeah, okay, that could work. But just to show you, let's see. I might have to look something up for this one, yeah? Item entity's main hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. So I think the best way to see is absolutely to check the MCreator forums. They have a whole bunch of really great resources for showing you exactly how this program works. But their stuff is also a little bit dense. So this is why when we were first designing our own curriculum for how to do modding, we designed it all onto something called the MakerKids portal. So just to show you what I'm working with here. There we go. I'm going to just quickly log into this. And I will show you like where we would actually find something like this. If you were in a Minecraft class, you could go to your account, go into the topics you have on the left. I would go to like Minecraft as an example. I could do out-of-game skills, and I could go into mods, and then start doing modding advanced. Maybe working with MCreator, for example, like we've got here. And this has a number of different really fun options. So I would like to probably go with making a procedure, and I'll actually just follow some of the instructions here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, obviously, because if you want to like really get into this, it would be best if you were to be in the class, getting help from an expert instructor, and actually working on stuff one thing at a time. So I could just have that happen. I could work with a custom strike lightning. That would be fun. You know what? I might even just do this one for now, just because I like it. Yeah. Event trigger, triggered by external call. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm going to work with just something very simple. As you can see here, this right here is going to cause, I'm going to have my, just for now, I'm going to have, just because it's fun, I'm going to have my mod strike lightning somewhere. So I just need to find that block, and I believe it is in world management. Let's find strike lightning. Here we go. Strike lightning at a certain spot, and then explode at a certain spot. Let's get both of those. Yeah, that'll be fun. Just because it's cool. With Power 4? Yes, with Power 4. We'll just keep it simple. Alright. Save the mod element. Now it's got a custom procedure that's going to happen when tool and inventory tick. Ooh, no. When right-clicked in the air. That's the one. There we go. That will make a lot more sense. So let's save this mod element. We've got all this here together. I think when this is ready then, we should give this a try. Oh, and quickly, of course, I need to make a recipe for this in order to be able to get my soap pickaxe. You can also go in and just say that the recipe to make something, which would be R, is soap pickaxe recipe. And then I would just tell it, recipe namespace, recipe group name. That's fine. Soap recipe crafting. It will be soap and soap and also soap and then a stick And then also a stick. There we go. So gonna be nice and easy in order to make this. Perfect. That will be the way I will make the recipe, and it's just really that simple. Great. Okay, so I've got a new block, I've got a new procedure for it, I've got the new tool, and I've got the soap pickaxe recipe. So now we can do a very simple thing where MCreator actually has a built-in especially if you when you mine an ore. That's a really cool idea, Nicholas. If I had a little more time, I'd try that. But for now, let's just give this a shot. So I'm going to run the client. This will allow me to actually see what the mod is going to do, and it will actually test it for me. In fact, while we're working on that, let me just see if I can get this one closing. Ooh, boy. That's going to take its time. You know what? I might just do a quick little thing, because we're almost near the end of the stream here. And it's always a little bit of a time crunch figuring out like how long I'm doing stuff for this. There we go. That actually worked. Okay, so it will load. We'll give it its time to. And then I think like if people are interested in this type of thing, if you are interested in building a mod, if you are interested in learning with MakerKids on how to like build your own server, like I was talking about, if you're interested in the social aspect of our online classes where we're getting on a big server that we have designed and building things with other kids, not even just from Toronto. Apparently, right now, actually, we've got kids from all over the world joining. So if you want to be making some new friends there and like building things with them, then MakerKids is the place to try it out. So let's just go into this. I'm going to put it myself in creative, turn on cheats, done, create new world, and let's see if I can show you what my mod looks like before we finish. Oh, this will be interesting. So yeah, obviously the first thing that I did with this was not what I originally intended. I was going to do like something with like the mod slipping out of my, like the item slipping out of my fingers and falling on the ground because it's made of soap and soap is slippery. But I think this will work pretty well. And let's just see. I don't see any other questions beside Nicholas's there. Yeah. So no one else really has any questions, but it looks like this has loaded. Yes, perfect. All right, let me make this full screen for a moment, and I'll show you what I was talking about. Okay, so in this world, you see it's pretty normal looking so far, but let's get some of the things I was talking about. I'm going to search for soap. Ha-ha! We've got soap blocks, and let me get a crafting table as well, and some sticks, just to test. I know I could just get it there, but I want to see if it's actually working. So I put it on the crafting table, like you normally do in Minecraft. I'm going to, boop, get a bunch of these sticks. You should be duplicating. Oh, I didn't reset my controls on this launcher. All right, let's just do this. My middle mouse button is broken, and I'm going to get it fixed at some point. So there are easier ways you could get more than one of these. I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. So look, here we go. Ha-ha! A soap pickaxe is mine! Look at it in its glory. Now, if I normally mine with it, not bad, right? Even in survival mode. Let's see. There we go. So look, even in survival mode, yeah, it's not bad at mining. I mean, it's kind of slow, and I didn't want it to make it too good. But if I go like this and I right-click... Good times, guys. All right, so that is all the time we have. Unless you want me to show you that one more time, because I think everything is funnier when you do it more than once. Let's get here. Let's get one of these soap little pickaxes here. All right. Ha! I am Thor, god of thunder, and very clean because of my soapy pickaxe. And I can just go around and be calling down lightning and thunder as I journey around. This is probably one of the first ones you will learn to make, which I know is exciting because I think learning with your first mod to make a custom tool that can strike down with the fury of lightning, that's pretty cool, right? So when you get to your first bit of modding, learning procedures, like I just showed you there with the block-based coding, this is absolutely something you should make as your first mod. It's a really good time. Ah! And don't spam it too much like I did. My machine can handle it, but just, be wary of using up too much space at a time. That's pretty cool. Alright, guys, so now is the time where I get to telling you guys about a really awesome opportunity. So right now, MakerKids is offering fully online virtual classes and camps even. So our camps are weekly programs that we're running that run from Monday to Friday from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. It's a 2-hour camp that you can come into online from your computer at home, and we'll be doing all 3 topics. We will be starting the week, you'll be doing some coding, you'll be doing some robotics, and you'll be doing some Minecraft. That means each week we'll be doing a different activity, a different entire series of activities, in fact, where you can learn to make your own Minecraft creations like this. You could learn to make your own video games, and you could learn to make your own websites even eventually. You could even learn to make robots online. So this is the greatest opportunity that you have right now to do something fun and educational. This is the type of thing where if your parents are watching with you, have them call us if you are interested, and if you would like to do a free trial class. If you are not sure and this is your first time checking out our stuff, then you can go to MakerKids.com and check out at the top of the page. There is a link to go to free trials. I can even just go there right now for you guys if you like. MakerKids.com. Bam, and check out our fancy-dancy website. Right up at the top, we've got a special notice about our virtual programs. You've got virtual programs right here, and if you go right under the virtual programs, there's that free trial class. I teach a lot of them myself, and I would love to meet a bunch of new faces this week. There's still some spaces available on the weekend. There are also trial classes on Mondays and Tuesday evenings, even in early Wednesday afternoons. So, if that doesn't sound like a great time, then I don't know what is. Either way, I hope you guys have had a great stream, and as promised, the discount code for today is, for those of you who were here last week, it is the same as last week. You are going to go with virtual camp. I believe that is it. That's what it was last told to me, but I might just quickly double check that. Discount code. Go away. Other things. There we go. Yes, it's code LIVESTREAM. All one word. If you use the discount code LIVESTREAM, I wanted to be sure of that, then that is $25 off of any one of our ongoing classes, programs, camps, private classes, which we also offer, or any other programs that we have available. Even have summer camps coming up, guys, and I would really love to see some other people signing up for those. I know times are difficult right now, but hopefully we can all come together and be continuing to make things, which is what it's all about for us. So thank you again for stopping by to my stream, guys. I will see you next week when we start up with something new. Next week's stream is going to be a lot more focused on beginners. Today I think today with a little tour and showing like the first bit of making a mod, all very doable by beginners, especially if you pause and take the time to like follow along. But I do want to make a stream next week that's really good for beginners, that anyone could watch and they could make something out of what I show. So if you want to come check that one out, bring maybe a younger brother, a younger sister, or maybe send this link out to a number of your friends that you would also like to get interested in MakerKids. If any parents do that, you can get a referral discount of additional $25 as well. So that is all for today. I feel like I've spoken enough for the past hour and 6 minutes. I hope you all have a good one, and keep making. Bye. Play out music.